Hi everyone. So today I'm going to talk about a mistake I made in identifying this plant. In one of my earlier videos, I mentioned that this plant is actually a jade plant. Now let's go back a little bit. So there are two kinds of plants that are commonly confused. One is Crassula ovata and one is Portulacaria afra. I don't know if I'm spelling it correctly. I'll link the names below. But this, I mentioned that this was a Crassula ovata, which it isn't. This is actually a Portulacaria afra. So let me explain. So there are two kinds of plants. One is the common jade plant and one is the elephant jade plant. So these two plants come from different families and these two plants are very commonly confused. So let's identify how this is an elephant jade plant and not the normal common jade plant. So you see, I asked a lot of Redditors and a lot of people who, a kind visitor in my page mentioned that I had misnamed this plant. So this plant is actually, if you see, the leaves are much smaller and they have a ear like an elephant, right? The leaves are shaped like an elephant. So imagine the elephant ears and this is how the shape is of the leaf. So what happens is this is an elephant jade. Another way you can remember is that as the plant grows, this is crawling down like this, right? You see this branch, this is crawling down like it needs a support. So think of this as the elephant's trunk, and this is hence the elephant jade or elephant bush plant, which is called Portulacaria afra. The other kind of plant that I called Crassula ovata has much larger leaves and it stands straight. It doesn't droop like this. And the reason it's Crassula ovata is because of the name ovata, oval shaped leaves. So this is what it is, and this is the difference. That's what I made a mistake about. I'm going to link some of the videos that helped me learn the difference between the two, and I'll link them below. Check it out. And that video also contains a propagation step on how to kind of essentially propagate the jade plant, the other one, not this one. So both the care conditions and the propagation steps and everything is exactly identical. So if you have followed my earlier care instructions for your jade plant, it should be absolutely fine. So these two have exactly same care conditions. So sorry for the background noise, there is a puja going on. So another thing is that Portulaca afra, which is the elephant jade or bush plant, also has this pink stem. It's no longer prominent in some of the older stems because of this, but in the newer stems you see the pink tinge that is there. It is also one of the classical symptoms that it is. So when it was smaller and it was standing straight up, it was very difficult for me to identify which one was which. As it grew like this right now it's fairly prominent that yes, this is not a common jade plant. This is not a Crassula ovata, as I had mentioned in my earlier video. I'll correct that as well and put this up for anyone who is getting confused in what is the name of both of them. If I have confused some of you viewers, I'm so sorry for that. I just also learned about these differences between the two. I was sold this plant as a jade plant, so I thought it's Crassula ovata. So that is, I think, pretty much it. This is also this plant, which is essentially Portulacaria afra or elephant jade or elephant bush. This is also used to make bonsai plants quite a lot because of the stem structure. Let me show you the stem structure. If you can see the thick stem, this is what helps in making this a bonsai. So you see, I've forgotten turning it other side, so it has grown kind of like this, and it has grown tremendously. Like, the less you water it, all the care instructions that I gave, it's identical for both jade and elephant jade plants. It's like the less you water them, the more sunlight you give them, the better they grow. That's it. They are very leave me alone plants. I rarely move these plants unless I'm making a video or something like that. Hope this helps in clarifying the differences between Crassula ovata and Portulacaria afra. This is Portulaca afra.